So today we're starting something new, a new series, but a short series. This is called Starriors. I don't know, that's what it's called, Starriors. An amalgamation of warriors and Starriors. The quest begins now. This is funny because this is actually like it's a comic book made by Marvel based off of a toy line. And I think possibly there was a cartoon. I haven't found it yet. I've been looking. But no, I stumbled upon this and I thought, oh wow, look at this. Check this out. Look at these guys. Look at how fucking cool they look. I'm assuming these are the Starriors. They're huge. Look at them. They're bigger than Earth. Not actually that big. But yeah, this cover really caught my eye. I was like, hey, this looks cool. Like sort of like a Transformers-esque 80s toy line comic book tie-in kind of thing, and it's only 4 issues, so I'm like, yeah, it caught my eye. Plus, I'm a big fan of robots, so yeah, I was into that. But then the title caught me. I'm like, Starriors, Jesus, that's something that could only exist in the 80s, particularly 1984 to be exact. God, they should have worked on that name, honestly, but no. I tried doing some research on this, but I couldn't come up with much of anything. Because it's so complicated. There are things called protectors and destructors, good robots and evil robots, and like just all kinds of madness, and I couldn't make heads or tails of it. So I'm hoping that this story will help us work through some of that. Probably make the lore a little more perceptible. Anyway. Work, you protector scum! Slaughter Steelgrave has ordered the wall repaired before sundown. Slaughter Steelgrave, is that a name? Is that somebody's name? Is that the name of a robot? That's kind of cool. And if I have to use your bodies for Mordor, it will be. Alright, well, so far it's cool. Look at them. They've got like drills and machine guns inside their chests and stuff. They're crazy looking designs. It's so weird. They're obviously, it's very obviously a comic book based off of a toy. These are obviously toys, designed to be marketed to little boys. I'd like to use his head for Mordor. Yeah, those destructors are acting meaner and crazier, more like we're their slaves than ever. But don't worry, Cut Up. Any day now, man's gonna wake up and come out of the desert and save us from them. Man, as in mankind, as in me? Man never existed, Crank. He's a myth. Sometimes I almost think Cut Up's right. That the only thing that'll save us will be if we override our programming and become just like them. What do you mean override your programming and become like them? What, become like the evil ones? Tinker, Tinker, look! What, look at what? Tinker, darling, look what I found. I got the most exciting vibes from it. What is it? Oh my god, is that a human skull? Slaughter ordered you protectors to destroy the old organic junk you find and obey him now. Gouge, you've destroyed her. Crank, it's too late. You can't help Nipper now, and you can't risk drawing his anger. Nipper? That little robot is a girl, and her name is Nipper? Something about that doesn't feel right. And he destroyed her by shoving his giant drill inside of her, or is that a laser weapon? I don't even know. This comic is freaking weird. This is really far out there. It's a little bit... Okay. We'll recap in a few pages. Let's get the story. Okay. A few more brain transfers and you'll have no brain left. No, you two let go of me. Let me at him. You called me protector? Okay, so the protectors are the good guys, the destroyers are the bad guys. Okay, simple enough. Stifle him, Cut Up, while I handle this, or Gouge will turn him into metal shavings. Please ignore him, sir. He's malfunctioning. He has these fits, sir, but they pass. He's a strong worker, sir. He's just not right in the head. He's just mad. He's mad because Nipper was probably his wife. Look at the dead robot with the human skull inside of it. That's kind of ominous. His programming must be scrambled for him to challenge a destructor. Perhaps he should be scrapped. Let Nipper rust there as a lesson to all of you. That Slaughter's orders are to be obeyed. I arrived too late to save my darling nipple. I said nipple. Jesus Christ. But at least I can take and hide this thing she died for. So they're like lovers, the little car robots. So it's basically like Transformers. They're on a planet where instead of humans, everybody's a robot. And then that night, my beautiful Nipper. I should never have left her alone, Hotshot. I knew how excitable she was. This is all my fault. Gouge hit her so hard her whole body's cracked open down to her control circuit. Legends say that man fashioned the circuit in his own image, so we would remember our maker and know him when he returned. Really? It's in the shape of a man? Hold on. It is! Look, it's in the shape of a man. The control circuit, it looks like a dude. Weird. Why would we do that? Why would we make... So we built the Starriors. Humanity built the Starriors in the shape of ourselves? Or something like that? So this is like after the Terminator Skynet uprising. That's what this is. All these robots have gained sentience and humanity is long extinct. And they now worship us as their creators. Got it. Not bad. Once you understand what's going on, that's actually a pretty cool premise. I wonder how fanatics like Crank justify man-making creatures who destroy so wantonly. And what made Nipper extort Slaughter's orders and shout that artifact's presence to the world? Oh, that's because that's a human skull. It's proof that your version of a god literally exists. And it's me. I created you. You're welcome. I don't know, Hotshot, but I saved it because Nipper thought it was important. Nipper and me are programmed to scavenge everywhere and retrieve useful stuff, but my Nipper had a genius for it. Mostly she didn't know why a piece caught her eye, but always it turned out to be just what we needed. And she got vibes from the stuff, she said. Vibes. Very, very interesting. So... I don't know. Is this human skull gonna come into play later? Is that what they're telling me? Tinker, look at the top of this circuit. It's shaped just like this. Is it possible that this was once man? Yeah, dude, that's a human skull. Come on, we'd better get Nipper home to Think Tank and see if that old transfer ring has enough energy left to put her into a new body. And bring this artifact, Think Tank. We'll see, hold on. Think Tank will want to see it, Think Tank? Is he like a... Is he a thinking tank? Is that what he is? Hotshot has moved Nipper's body. Slaughter should be informed. I wonder where he's going. I'd better follow, but keep to the shadows. Can't let Hotshot see me. He's smarter than he looks. Is he an evil one? Yeah, he is. He's the evil one. I don't want to lose them. No problem, though. Those idiots have turned into a blind courtyard. They can't see. Hey, what's that sound? He's gone. They're all gone. But where? Wow, behind the secret entrance to a hidden passage... Crank, find Think Tank. Tell him I've got Nipper's body and something else. Something of a mystery. And then what? Okay, where's Think? Is that Think Tank? Ah, there you are, my boy. I was exploring these western tunnels. These passages are so ancient, even I had almost forgotten their existence. I'm only now realizing their vast extent. I've brought Nipper. Can you save her? If the transfer ring continues to function, place her body in the work table, Crank. We will begin at once. But how? Why did it happen? Because she was an idiot running around with a skull? Gouge smashed her because she found this. Does it look familiar to you? My boy, as familiar as my own circuitry. This is the most exciting. It proves that beings we've long thought were fiction were actually real. Humans existed. Dry land exists. We cannot let its discovery be terminated, and luckily, I just constructed another trash shore body. Nipper kept bringing me parts. She said she had this feeling. I should have known then to expect disaster. So she's like a psychic. That's what they are. Look, they're like little vacuum robots. Except her head's been smashed. But yeah, they're like little vacuum robots. Her only hope is this ancient worn-out ring. I fear that its malfunction impaired Crank's intellect, but her life depends on our using it once again. Don't feel bad, Think Tank. It saved me just because I can't remember plants' names anymore. Don't mean I love them any less. No point in being a botanist now anyway, or using our brains or doing anything us protectors are programmed to do. And the destructors aren't destroying enemies like they ought to either. They seem bent on destroying us. They claim we're repairing the wall to keep the mutant monsters out in the Forbidden Desert. But I think that's where they want to keep the man. Okay, so men are out in the desert. The mutants living in the desert are definitely mankind. I'm calling it now. Just this morning, I would have laughed at Crank's theory, but you saw that artifact, Think Tank. It suggests the legends are true. Perhaps man will reawaken one day and end the Destructor's reign of terror. Well, he'd better do it soon, or it'll be too late for all of us. Think Tank, something's wrong. Nipper's glowing too bright. The ring's malfunctioning. It's sending a power surge through Nipper. Untold damage may be done. If only we had another ring. If only man had left us the secret to their construction. There is no construction of man. It's done in another way, I guess. Well, I guess they wouldn't understand that at all. Man, he should have roused long ago, yet he slumbers on. How can he know we need him now? Perhaps it is time to go into the desert and awaken him. Yes! I am sensing a journey. Awaken who? Okay, Nipper is alive. Awaken Nipper? Who's that? I don't remember. Oh, and she's lost all her memories. Poor robot. Except that I love you. You have wonderful vibes. Me? But what about Tinker? Don't worry, Crank. At least she's alive. What's her memory or our love compared to that? I don't deserve her love anyway. If I'd been there, she wouldn't have been hurt. I swear I'll never let anyone hurt her again. These poor robots, they have so much emotion. They're like emoji robots. The next morning at Destructor's headquarters. Here he is, sir. Hotshot, the protector, who moved Nipper's body. Slaughter Steelgrave. What makes you think I did it? Oh man, he's big. I know those who serve me, Hotshot. Their strengths, weaknesses, loyalties, their transgressions. You know that at my orders, the Destructors have confiscated all transfer rings. We now control who passes on to another body and who does not. We see the vibro chisel thrumming in my chest. One slash would destroy your faceplate and smash your control circuit before hoping of repair, terminating you utterly. Now tell me, Hotshot, what did you do with Nipper's body? It's like they're the same. They're like almost like, it's like they're the same model, except one is good and one is evil. What did you expect me to do? Revive it without a ring? I threw it in the scrap heap. He speaks the truth, Slaughter. I verified his story. This is his first offense. I ask that you be merciful. You ask? Perhaps this will teach you the value of silence in matters that do not concern you. His arm? Wait, what? You blew up his arm? I know of your protector sympathies, Sawtooth. Be glad that as a Destructor you have access to the rings and the restoration that they bring. But remember, should it become necessary, such solace can be denied to you as well. Gouge. Place Hotshot on double work shifts for the next 6 months and throw him out. Meanwhile, outside. They took Hotshot in there hours ago. Cut up. Where can he be? They might be turning him into scrap right now. I doubt it, Crank. He's too useful of a worker. More likely, they're adding to the list of reasons I gave Hotshot why Protectors should learn to fight back. Well, you guys are the Protectors, but I don't see any reason why you can't fight back, seeing as you got giant drills and arm blades and all that kind of crap. You guys are pretty much the same models. It's just one, I guess, is programmed for protecting and the other one's programmed for destroying. A very basic morality system designed to appeal to children. Well, I ain't waiting. I'm going in there to help him. Come back here, are you crazy? Slaughter will have your head smashed. Let go, cut up, I mean it. Hotshot, they let you go in just one piece. Bent up, dented, but intact. Crank expected you to be a pile of metal shavings by now. Yeah, and I would be if I hadn't thrown Nipper's old body in the scrap pile, and if they'd found out I'd planned to go into the desert and awaken man. Crank told me he thinks it's a dream come true. Well, I think you're crazy. Dangerous crazy. Man's just a fantasy. Man is not a fantasy. I'm right here. And I'm not letting Crank follow you into the desert on some wild goose chase. When will you realize we have to fight the Destructors directly? Let's get going, Crank. This psycho's okay now and our work shift's about to begin. What a morning. What more could happen? Hotshot, have you seen Nipper? She wandered off again, and I'm worried sick about her. Okay, no vibes, no vibes. That's not right. Not this either. God, Nipper is like one of those girls who like smokes weed all day and like, oh, we gotta have the vibes. We gotta have the vibes. Like, girl, you're in a junk pile, man. You should like get your shit together. Here it is. It feels just wonderful. Oh, she's a psychic now? She knows what's special? Hey, put that down. You're scavenging in a Destructor trash pile. And that's Destructor property. Yeah, drop it fast. Okay, so the protectors, I guess, are always blue and the destructors are always red. And we'll let you off with a warning. She ain't stopping, Scrapper. Then we'll chase her. Grub, stop thief. Okay. Okay, she says they need that for some reason. Dearest Nipper, there you are. Uh-oh, look, Auntie Tank, a protector thief. Then stop her, Speed Trap. Oh, the name is Speed Trap. God damn. The names are kind of awful. They'll hurt her like Gouge did. No, they won't. Not this time. I won't let them. Okay, is he gonna die? Surely you jest, little fellow. Beat it or you'll be recycled permanently. Watch it, Nipper. Those rocks are carrying... Oh, my God. That's a big one. That's like a huge... Yeah, that's a big one. Watch it, Nipper. These rocks I'm carrying make me unstable. Why did the Destructors insist on overloading me this way? Oh no, not another one. Tinker, what are you doing? No time to explain. Roundabout? But can you block this path? Sure, that's fine. Oh, he blocked the dudes. Okay. Can you believe it? That stupid protectors blocked our way. Your way, maybe, Auntie Tank. But you forget I can glide over this mess. And then some of them can fly, and some of them are giant brachiosauruses. This is fucking crazy. Aha, there they are. And they're Gouge and Backfire. Gouge, Renegade, Protectors, coming, stop them. What a strange way of speaking. Okay, I'll get her, Gouge, just watch me. Okay, Backfire, you can get it. Okay, so they're red and black. The good ones are blue and white. The bad ones are red and black. And are they gonna get her? Did they get her? Nope. She's escaping. She's getting away. Yeah, she is, and you're letting it happen, you fucking loser. Crank, my darling. Oh no, hide me, cut up. It's Nipper. She thinks she's in love with me. It's Gouge and Speed Trap. They've captured Tinker. Really? They got him? We can't let Gouge smash him. The ring's not working right. I know, Crank. If Tinker's permanently damaged, we won't be able to restore him. Lead us to him, Nipper, and hurry. Where is he? Which one is he? Oh, there he is. He's the small vacuum robot. Gouge, drop him. Tinker, you need to run. Yeah, well, he's gonna fucking run. There's nothing you can do. From my metal shredded ream. Crank, wait, what? That attack, Renegade, has opened you to destruction from my metal shredded ring. Oh my God. I drilled straight through him. I'm okay, Cut Up. He just ripped out my... What? He ripped out your what? Roundabout, carry Crank to the hideout fast. And as Roundabout wheels away, Speed Trap, Backfire, follow them. I'll punish Cut Up personally. You brought your buddy a few extra minutes, hero. See anyone ready to do the same for you? No. They just left him there to die. Surrender, Roundabout. Yeah, you can't outrun us. Weighed down like that. Okay, Crank's lighter than those rocks. I've been lugging back and forth. Okay, this comic book has the problem most of these comic books do is people just talk, but they don't really say much. Okay, so they're bringing him back. And then he oh my God. He shot him. He fucking shot him. Hotshot, you fired on Gouge despite your programming just to save me. And by this act, I've betrayed my purpose and the man who made me. Auntie Tank, Hotshot is malfunctioning and dangerous. Turn your lasers on him and burn him into slag. So it's not that they won't fight back, it's that they can't. It's against their programming. I don't know how I managed to sound so brave back there. I'm scared, Nipper. I wasn't programmed to fight. I know you have lovely, cultured vibes, but you're fast. They can't keep up. And Once we're around that corner, we'll be out of their sight. Okay? What is going on here? When are we going to get to the desert? Meanwhile, Auntie Take opens fire on Hotshot. I can't disobey a direct order, but destroying a strong protector worker like this is not good sense. Hotshot dodged my blast and I can't say I'm sorry. Why is that dreamer Sawtooth never around with the Peace Patrol when you need him? What is the meaning of this brawl? It's Sawtooth. He's been restored and he's back on patrol. So the purple ones are like neutral. They're peacekeepers? And I'm not surrendering them to any bleeding heart protector sympathizer. Indeed, Gouge and Auntie. The little thrashers have a spat. He just joined in the fun. There's no harm done. Hotshot and Cut Up didn't start the fight. Then they are free to leave. And since no harm has been done, perhaps this incident is best forgotten. Best for you, maybe. I choose not to tell you that Hotshot fired on me, so you won't get alarmed. But I will tell Slaughter Steelgrave, and when he learns that you freed Hotshot, he will break you and I will become his second in command. Sounds like a legit plan, but maybe we should get to the desert. Later in the Protector's hideout, how is your arm? It doesn't bend right. Think tank wood, a cylinder about... Why is she obsessed with this cylinder? Nipper is like super obsessed with the cylinder. Okay, so the artifact proves that man exists and us protectors to revive the barren earth and the destructors to destroy all invaders. Then he went into suspended animation beneath an armored battle station, promising one day to return. But that was ages ago, Think Tank. Nobody's following their deprogramming anymore. Look at Slaughter, even Hotshot. Okay, so man learned that Earth's surface would be devastated by solar flares. So he created and programmed two kinds of Starriors. The Protectors and the Destroyers. Why would he do that, though? Why would he leave them there? Perhaps the machines that were to awaken man have failed as well. I shall convene a meeting of the Council of 100 to discuss what should be done. Roundabout, what's Motormouth doing here? That sneaky little blabbermouth should never have heard this place exists. He can't help it. He's a messenger robot. He's programmed to tell stuff. Yes, true. I asked Roundabout to bring me here because I have vital news I had to deliver to Think Tank himself. There's warrants out for the arrests of all of you. Slaughter is furious that you've been released. He's broken Sawtooth in rank, and he wants you all found and destroyed as an example to the Protectors. Okay? So this is the idea. Solar flares destroyed humanity, so humanity built the Starriors. Some of them are Protectors and some of them are Destroyers. And they're supposed to run the Earth until we get back. But we haven't come back yet. Why don't they just go to the underground vault and see? Because for all they know, all the humans are dead. Why don't they just go to the underground vault and see? Or is it because the Destructors won't let them leave the city? I'm missing the big meeting to decide who will look for man, but I know I'm out. I was given too much caution and imagination. Face it, I'm programmed to be a coward. To run and hide. I've left them behind, but I've taken so many turns that I'm lost. Okay, so they have to follow their programming. So it's like, that's kind of interesting. They all have their own programming, and they all have their own, like, decision-making capabilities. I thank you, Spy, for the location of the Protector hideout, and for news of tonight's meeting and its subject. A quest for man, how ridiculous. Even if man were real, the Starriors would be mad to want his return. That's Slaughter Steelgrave's voice. I must be behind the Destructor headquarters. Earth belongs to the Starriors now, and it is the Destructor's duty to protect it from an invasion, even an invasion by man. I see that you understand. Now return to them, attend their meeting, and learn all you can. Oh, there's a spy. Okay. One of them is a spy. So that's it. The Destructors believe that man is destroyed and it's their job to keep everybody safe and protected. But wouldn't it be the Protectors' duty to protect? And the Destructors' duty? Why is it the Destructors' duty to protect? The cult of man was harmless up until now, but the discovery of this artifact has galvanized them. I cannot allow them to even begin their search for the fear of what they will discover about man and the reason behind his unending sleep. So man is forever unending asleep. Got it. Gouge. Gather a crack cadre of troops we leave immediately to blow those Protector scum off the map, including our spy who knows far too much. Cold. That's some cold-blooded shit. Then, it will be exquisite torture for you, will it not, Sawtooth, to witness the destruction of your precious Protectors, and to know that had I not freed them earlier, this would not be happening. Whoa, look at that one. That one's huge. It's like their version of the Brontosaurus. They have the T-Rex. Giant, deadly fucking T-Rex. Oh no, Deadeye, the bad, blind poet of destruction, and his deaf-mute scout Cricket. Slaughter must be insane to have called him into service. May your voice guide me, my friend, to those poor lost souls who wander in the darkness of rebellion. May the bright blast of my demolishers send them to eternal peace. Oh my god, that is so cool. That is fucking cool. So far, that's my favorite character right there. Just one of his demolishers will blow away our hideout and destroy everybody at the meeting, and I've got to warn them. Nobody else coming out of the armory right now. I'll make a break for it. Then, at the meeting, today a squabble erupted into a pitched battle between Protectors and Destructors. The rift between us has grown too wide for us alone to heal. Some say man is our only hope, and that if man would come to us, we should go to him. And I say that's crazy. So far, for all my talk, I've been unable to turn my saw blade against our enemies, but today, Hotshot actually fired on Gouge, proving our non-violent programming can be overridden. I vote we learn to destroy our enemies now, not look for some mythical being to save us from them. And that is a vile idea, making war against our own kind. Except the Destructors have gone so against their programming, I wonder, are they really our kind anymore? So they're like evolving and changing, they're learning. That's crazy. At least Deadeye's ponderous and slow, even starting out behind and keeping to the shadows, I was able to overtake him. And he's huge, he is huge. That's a big old monster robot. He's cool though. So far he's the coolest thing in the comic. If only I've made it in time. There's the entrance. It's open. Thank goodness I'm one of the 100 that the gate obeys my spoken command. I just hope I'm in time. Slaughter learned of our meeting here. He's brought Deadeye to destroy the cavern and us with it. No, okay, everybody's panicking. And kaboom! There it is! The renegades flee from their hideout. Fire lasers, launch rockets, destroy them! Now, Deadeye, let Cricket be your eyes. Follow his launch coordinates. Fire your exploding demolishers. Fuck, that is fucking crazy. Look at that thing. Jesus Christ. And within the cavern, Geo to think tanks tunnels quickly. But Hotshot, can the tunnels withstand this barrage? Who cares? Get the fuck inside of them. While at the now demolished entrance, Slaughter Steelgrave enters the cavern. These renegades have malfunctioned beyond all hope of repair. Slice them into metal shavings, smash their control circuits, destroy them utterly, and let all thought of quest for man perish with them. There is a collapsed tunnel blocked by debris. We'll clear it out and see where it leads. I only hope some Protectors escape through it. Then who was the spy? At dawn, a straggling group of almost 30 Protectors stagger out of the tunnel. Crank Geo, we've made it, we're alive. Where are we? We're in the desert! Finally, okay, so this is it. Can we have survived? Can we have journeyed beyond the wall? Correct, my boy. Beyond you lies the forbidden wasteland. Think Tank, why did they want to destroy us? I think I know, Tinker. Slaughter's spy told him about the cavern and our quest. Slaughter attacked us because we were going to look for man. Cut Up arrived late. Maybe he told Slaughter to try and get us to fight. No, I'm no traitor, Motormouth, but I did think looking for man was futile. But if Slaughter is that set against it, then the man quest is more important than I had guessed. So if you and Crank will have me, Hotshot, I'd like to come with you. So that's it. Into the wasteland then. Into the wasteland, Starriors, towards the armored battle station that guards the sleeping man. And to his awakening. Hours later, from that same spot, Slaughter Steelgrave surveys the wilderness. A few protectors have escaped a pity, but man is not so readily found, as I well know, nor will he be easily awakened. We will follow, and before the day is out, we will crush these rebellious protectors utterly. Ring War. Okay, and here's the protectors. Here's a list of the protectors. Hotshot is a laser-wielding waster, the leader of the protectors. Crank is a slow-witted, gentle waster with a heart as big as he is, so he's like the old man. Cut Up is a volatile waster who wants to be able to turn his chest saw on his enemies. He's the violent one. Roundabout is an imaginative strazer, a shape-changing all-terrain transport. Okay, Nipper, amnesiac trasher with a genius for scavenging. Tinker, enterprising trasher, the perfect repair assistant. Think Tank, wise and ancient, rammer, Hotshot's advisor. And Motormouth, messenger and rammer who talks far too much, okay? Okay, and here's a list of the Destructors. Slaughter Steelgrave, Vibro Chisel Welding Waster, leader of the Destructor. So they're all basically the same except backwards. There's like, everybody's the good version and the evil version. Gouge, a sadistic, ill-tempered waster who uses his beam for destruction. Sawtooth, a solid waster who's secretly sympathetic to the protectors. Anti-tank, heavily armored, high-speed search and destroy rammer. Backfire, unlucky rammer whose efforts to help always backfire, okay? Speed Trap is an erratic, danger-loving, high-speed shape-shifting star runner. Grub, a lazy scavenging trasher. Scrapper, a gung-ho trasher who'd rather fight than work. And then finally Deadeye, the blind cosmitter demolisher firing killer with the soul of a poet. And Cricket, the Deadeye's excitable deaf-mute scout. Those are the really cool ones. So that's it. That's the premise, I guess, is a journey to go find man and bring them back to life so that they can undo this conflict. They're on a journey and the destroyers are on trying to stop them. That's a pretty cool premise. It's cool. They're like, what happens to robots and machines after humanity goes extinct? That's pretty cool. I like the premise, and I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. There's only 4 issues, so we're gonna get somewhere. We're gonna have like a conclusion to this story. But that's it for this one. If you like reading this comic, if you want to read more comics with me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and donate to my Patreon. Until next time, nerds, stay heroic.